What's up, ladies and gentlemen? This is the Prince YouTube PS Compulsion signing in here, aka Prince Anthony, aka that 27-year-old kid with the light squeaky voice that you know and love. And if you don't know and love me yet, now you can get the chance by simply subscribing to the channel and joining the family, bro. You definitely gotta do so. Dropping some quality content as always. My NBA content, my GM content. And speaking of my GM, right? WWE finally brought my GMO back to a WWE game, and this is my first time posting a WWE video in like years, bro. I don't know if most people know, but before I actually started posting NBA 2K videos, I used to make WWE videos all the time for like a few years prior. So it is actually pretty exciting to get back to my roots, and in all honesty, I just got hired to be the general manager in WWE and make WWE great again, because we all know these past few years, it hasn't been the best. I'm just being honest. So we're about to have fun with this. I checked out a few My GM videos for WWE, and the mode, it looks kinda so. I'm not sure. I'm gonna give you guys my honest thoughts and opinions while playing the mode. This is gonna be my first time, and let's have fun with it. So the first big choice that I have is actually choosing who I'm gonna be as a GM. I'm going straight for a custom superstar. I already created my custom guy, Mr. Magnificent. You guys see I have Cody Rhodes and Daniel Bryanson there. I downloaded them. It's pretty cool how you can have custom renders, but I'm gonna get to that a little later on. I am choosing Mr. Magnificent. Ladies and gentlemen, your newest general manager in the WWE, Mr. Magnificent. And if you guys don't know who he is, which none of you should know who he is because I don't post WWE videos, allow me to introduce myself. A few years prior, I downloaded Wwe 2K19, and I honestly didn't know what to expect because the last WWE game that I played before that one was WWE 12, which came out when I was in high school. So that is way back, and I actually had a lot of fun playing 2K19. I actually was a very good game, and in that game I created Mr. Magnificent, and since then I created him in WWE 2K20, but we all know that game was straight garbage. But I had to bring him back again for WWE 2K22. So Mr. Magnificent, he has traveled the world. He has done it all. He has won every major championship in every single wrestling promotion out there, from New Japan to Ring of Honor to even WWE. A former WWE Universal Heavyweight Champion that he is. But now he's retired, and it's time for him to become general manager. This is an easy choice to make. Which brand am I going to be the GM for? Of course, I am going with Friday Night Smackdown. Huge Smackdown fan for literally my entire life. I always loved Smackdown more than Raw, and the Smackdown 6 power card is what I get to start off with. I don't know much about the power cards, but it's looking like something that I may be able to use every week. I'm not 100% sure, but we'll get to that, I guess. I literally made this as accurate as possible, so that's what I'm gonna do. So the draft pool, I shift around some superstars. I made people like Jeff Hardy a legend because I don't want him to be active in the draft. You know, I switched it up a little bit. So these are my session settings, or my GM settings for this My GMO. I'm playing against the AI. My GM opponent is William Regal. Opposing brand, Monday Night Raw. I'm going with hard difficulty. And the duration, they had 15 weeks, 50 weeks, and 25 weeks. I decided to go with 25 since this is my first time playing My GM. The draft pool is custom. I did customize which players is going to be in the draft. Draft settings is manual, of course, because I want to go ahead and, you know, choose who's I'm going to be drafting. Like, come on. So this is going to be fun. This is definitely going to be fun. Let's see what's next. So we have the WWE draft rules. We start with a budget of $2,750,000. One after one. Okay, this is pretty self-explanatory. I could get recommendations on who to draft, and also press square to get more information on a superstar as well. Honestly, I should have made John Cena a legend, but it doesn't really matter. I want him as an active competitor. We're going with him with our #1 pick. I'm just letting you guys know right off the bat. We bring John Cena back home to Friday Night Smackdown. We gonna make some magic. So looking through this draft pool, a lot of good superstars here that we could choose from. I like how the draft pool actually looks and the cost of the players. The least popular they are, it looks like the least amount of money they're gonna cost. We have a we have almost $3 million in our budget, so we should be good. We going with the best available to start. Welcome back to Friday Night Smackdown. John Cena, Raw choose Becky Lynch. I'm going with Drew McIntyre. I got to. Who are they going with? Oh, they got KO. Good pick. Let's see. Should I get like a Charlotte Flair? I want Rhea Ripley, of course. Should I draft her now? I feel like she might be available a little bit later on. AJ Styles or Walter? I'm going with AJ Styles. Got to. Let's see. Raw choose MVP. Okay. So I think now would be the chance to choose Bianca Belair. They got Asuka. I kind of want Charlotte Flair, but I'm going to go with Rhea Ripley for right now, just so they don't choose them. They go with Mandy Rose. They're choosing people that's not the best. There's still a lot of good superstars left. Who should we go with next, though? I'm going with Cesaro. I'm going with Cesaro. He's going to be my Universal Champion to start, too. They choose King Nakamura. Gotta shift my focus to the women's division. We need a lot more women on the roster. Thinking Mia Yim. I'll go with Dakota Kai. She has a lot of potential. Come on. They go with Eric. Are they going to choose Ivar? Let's see. Toni Storm. We could get her popularity up easy. I'm going with Toni Storm. They go with Shelton Benjamin. What is their strategy for the draft? I gotta go with Liv Morgan. That's gonna be my women's champion to start. And they choose Ivar. Wait, is there even tag team titles in this MyGM? Gotta go with Jomo. John Morrison. Johnny Drip Drip. Jesus Christ. Anyways, up next, I really want Walter, bro, but let's see who else we got available. My budget is really low. I've been paying attention to the Raw budget. They have a lot more money than we do right now. I think I'm gonna go with Sheamus. They get Timothy. Okay, so we are running low on money, so I can't really overspend and get like another good WWE superstar. I'm going with Keith Lee. Gotta go with Keith. They got Chad Gable. I think we should be set. Don't know what else we're going to need money for, so I'm just going to end our draft right here. And our draft has been complete. This is our SmackDown roster, headlined by Cesaro, John Cena. Right off the bat, I think that's going to be my first feud. I got to put Cesaro over. What better way to do so with John Cena? Raw still got a good amount of money. Oh, they get Mia Yim. Oh, they're still going on with the draft. They're still picking people. Dana Brooke. Is that all? Oh, there we go. So William Regal. That's actually a pretty good roster, I can't lie. Pretty good roster for Monday Night Raw. Okay. So this GM mode is actually going to be pretty lit. They got more superstars than we do, but I feel like I'm happy with the superstars that we have. I feel like we have an opportunity to make some magic happen with our current roster. This should be a lot of fun though. Week 1, 4 weeks until WrestleMania Backlash before the pay-per-view. Unread messages and conversations to start every week. You'll be going through your unread messages. You may receive messages from Commissioner, opposing GM, which is William Regal, I'm guessing. And the superstars on my roster. Okay. So let's see. Tonight is the night. They have high hopes for me. Come on, I was born for this. Mr. Magnificent was born for this, bro. I'm expecting big things of SmackDown. Okay. To choose our champions, but this is the disappointing part, bro. Like, we really can only choose a SmackDown Men's Champion and a SmackDown Women's Champion. They don't even call it the Universal Championship. Is it just a SmackDown Championships? But Cesaro is my Universal Champion and my Women's Champion, Liv Morgan. Two individuals I feel deserve to win those championships in real life. Obviously, it's never going to happen, but Cesaro's my champ. Liv Morgan is my champ to start off. Really wish we could get like the IC mid-card championships, the IC championship, US championship, the tag team championships. Come on. I mean, this should be pretty self-explanatory. It's basically going over with me how to book my show. I am pretty sure it's self-explanatory. You get an opening match, a mid-card match, and a main event. Got your 2 promos. This feels really limited. Like, SmackDown vs. Raw 2008, when they had MyGM, you could do a lot more than this. So these logistics are interesting. Not all available options, well, not all options are available from the start. So you mean to tell me that to start my show, I am going to be in a high school gym? You can change the road crew, special effects, and it looks like all of these things exist to increase the show quality, which should increase like fans and stuff of that nature. Okay, that makes sense. Or, you know, help us make more money. So it looks like first we're going to start off at a high school gym, and the first 3 weeks we're not going to be having our show on Smackdown. So if they were going to do something like this for Mygm, why didn't they have us create our own brand? That would make a lot more sense than having us, you know, have matches in a high school gym. I think managing my roster is pretty self-explanatory. So we got sign legends, sign free agents, and manage our roster. Let's look at the legends. So I did make a few people legends. Put Jeff Hardy as a legend. This is pretty good. I wouldn't want people like Eddie Guerrero and Andre the Giant being signed to a show for realistic reasons. Like, obviously, you guys should know why. So let's look at the free agents, though. I really want Finn Balor. Oh my goodness. And look who is also a free agent. Cody Rhodes. In the next episode, who knows? I might sign him. I'm not going to sign anybody this week. I want to see if we can make some more money because our budget is kind of low. But I could sign him for 5 weeks, $30,000. It's not bad. And we could also sign local enhancement talent or local jobbers, basically. So Christina Fury, Nova, Northern Light, Silence. I'm going to sign some of these jobbers just to job them out for a few weeks, just to help my superstars get their popularity up. Makes sense. I mean, the power cards kind of make sense. So can I use it? Oh yeah, weekly limit, 1 per week. And looking at my inventory, I got the 2 power cards that I start off with. So these exist to basically, you know, boost random stats and make our show better. We got the Smackdown 6. And we could buy a random 3 each week for a certain amount of money. I mean, it makes sense. This is looking like just random tasks that's going to be assigned to me every week. I saw this on Twitter. So completing the commissioner goal, they're going to have a commissioner goal every week. Triple H is waiting to see how your first show fares. Schedule a run-in on one of your champions this week, not fulfilled. So it looks like if I accomplish goals given to me by the commissioner, I don't know if my superstars are also going to give me those goals. Or maybe the opposing GMs is going to give me goals, but that wouldn't make sense for the opposing GMs. But it looks like when I complete these goals, I'm going to get like a random power card, which is pretty good. Then you have the ratings right here. Mr. Magnificent versus William Regal. I like it. It's not too bad. So first thoughts on Mygm so far is not too bad. Extremely limited. Like extremely limited, but not so bad. Let's get on to booking our show. Our first Friday night Smackdown show has finally been completed in terms of the booking. So Liv Morgan versus Bianca Belair. I'm gonna have Toni Storm run in and either cost Bianca her shot at the championship, or if Bianca still somehow wins, set up a feud between Bianca Belair and Toni Storm, because Toni Storm does not believe that Bianca Belair deserves to be champion and should even be getting a title opportunity on the first episode of Friday Night Smackdown in this new era. Yeah, another new era in WWE. Anyways, so we're opening with a women's championship match, and then I'm changing John Morrison's role for his promo, making him a face. Mid-card, Keith Lee versus AJ Styles. Come on, bro. That right there should be a banger. Then we got Rhea Ripley, give her a self promo. And last but not least, right? The main event, Cesaro versus Drew McIntyre for the Universal Championship. That is going to be a hell of a main event. And I got John Cena as a run-in. He's either going to cost Cesaro the championship, or if Cesaro ends up winning this match and beating Drew McIntyre, then John Cena would like attack him afterwards. Something along those lines to set up a feud between John Cena and Cesaro, where John Cena is going to have to put him over, bro. This is the Cesaro show. This is a good sign. I honestly didn't think we would be able to play the games, but I could spectate, play the matches, and skip past it. So welcome to our first Friday Night Smackdown being held in a high school gym. Why? I have no idea. But this I could play the game, not to only simulate. So simulating this Bianca Belair one. They call this a mediocre match. Come on. New rivalry between Toni Storm and Bianca Belair. So Bianca wins the championship. Toni Storm attacks her afterwards. And now they're setting up that rivalry. It's pretty good rivalry, I can't lie. So up next, John Morrison, his promo. He is now a face. Changed his role. So next up, AJ Styles versus Keith Lee. And look, now I can play the match. I can spectate as well. I'm gonna skip past it though. Not playing nothing this week or not. AJ Styles won. Disappointing? Bro. Alright, skipping past this self promo. She has a good promo rating, so good promo for Rhea Ripley. So our main event, hopefully this gets like 4 stars. I'm skipping past it. Cesaro versus McIntyre. Cesaro wins. He retains his champion. There we go. 3.5 stars. New rivalry. John Cena and Cesaro. That's what I want to see, bro. But the rest of the show, what happened? I got bad ratings? Let's see the nonsense they tell. Oh, wait. Oh, it's time for Raw show. Let's get it. So Mandy Rose and Natalya against Asuka and Becky Lynch. Simulating past it. Becky Lynch and Asuka won, and that was a tables match, and they got good. Of course, because it was a tables match. Like a tables match out of the blue. So MVP calling out. Why is he calling him out? Anyways, Mia Yim versus Dana Brooke. Mia Yim is the winner. Solid mid-card match. Another tables match. Their whole show is just table matches. That's why they're getting good ratings. So the main event is Ivar versus Shelton Benjamin. Ivar wins in a tables match again. This is cheap. This is some BS. All of the matches on Raw was just a bunch of tables matches, and that's why their ratings are good for this week. That show was not good at all, bro. Look at our show compared to theirs. Of course, our main event was better because Cesaro versus McIntyre. That's for the Universal Championship. That's a monster main event, but that's crazy. There's no way Raw should have had. Yo, really love the breakdown, raising viewership and gaining fans. So my show quality was a D. Let's see. Looking at promo revenue bonus, we got all the bonuses there in terms of the revenue. So we got viewership, revenue, and then we got the show notes, which is just like people tweeting at us and stuff of that nature. So we got 73,000 fans from that show. Cool. Our total profit was $65,000, so our profit went up. That's good. Okay, because I'm trying to make a lot more money so we could sign Cody Rhodes, bring him on board, and do a lot more to make our show better. But that wasn't that bad of a show. And oh look, I completed the commissioner goal, so I get free advertising booking for $0. Good power card. There's no way Raw got more fans than me after that. There's no way, bro. After that show, they got 79,000 fans. Let that sink in. That was not a good show. Yo, next week, I'm just gonna have a bunch of tables matches. In all honesty, that's all I'm gonna do. But not a bad first show for us. And wow, they're number 1. Yeah, so they have about 4,000 more fans than we do. And they got less money than us. So now this week, we have to use our money effectively. But this was a pretty good... Okay, this was a pretty good first week for us. Next week, let's see if we can bounce back and see how we do, bro. Because that just upset me. Like, there's no way that was a good show. So first, quick impressions for Mygm mode, Wwe 2K22. They haven't had this mode in the game since Smackdown vs. Raw 2008. And in all honesty, I feel like it was a bit better back then. Obviously, I'm still going to play it now and make the best of it because it's not that bad. I just feel like it's extremely limited in what you could do. And before they took the mode out, you could honestly do a lot more. I think you could have like 8 matches. It was basically universe mode, but as a GM with the finances and everything, with the gaining and losing fans, stuff of that nature. It was a lot more fun back then compared to now, but as of right now, it's not that bad. It's definitely not that bad. You guys should definitely check it out, and you guys should definitely play. I just hate how limited it is, bro. I should be able to book at least 5 matches, and I should be able to get a lot more people on our roster. And on top of that, I want a mid-card championship. I want tag team championships. I want the whole shebang, and I feel like this mode is extremely limited and don't offer all those things. But the way the mode is right now, I feel like it's definitely a good start. And they're heading in the right direction with Mygm, in all honesty. But if you guys enjoy this content, leave a comment for me in the comment section below. Leave me a thumbs up. Check out some of my other content because I'm gonna keep things going and we're gonna have fun with it, bro. We're definitely gonna have fun with it. But yeah, this is the Prince of YouTube signing out.